Hello and welcome to the Dr. Fred cooking show, or Cooking with Dr. Fred and Remington, my dog, who is naturally standing right next to me waiting for any crumb to drop. I'm wearing a tie again because I got a lot of comments on the tie last time, tie and t-shirt look, so I'm going to make that my signature look perhaps. We'll have to see. You'll have to check into the next video and see what happens. So today I was going to do something different. These are actually turkey thighs, and I have eggplant, zucchini squash, jalapeno, and some garlic. And I was really going to make this separate, put that in the oven, because when you cook individual turkey parts, what's really great about it is that they cook a lot quicker, they defrost a lot quicker, and so it's really easy. And if you're one or two people, like I generally am, well, I'm usually only one person, but there might be other people with me, and it's really easy to cook because this will cook in 55 minutes at 350 degrees. So you will have dinner ready in 55 minutes. And what I was going to do in my trusty cast iron skillet, one of my trusty cast iron skillets, was to saute the vegetables. But then realized that to make it even easier, because this is a work night, I'm just going to chop up all the vegetables and put them in and let them all roast together. So it's almost like making a chicken, only you're using turkey. And each one of these ingredients have different sort of antioxidants in them, and there's a reason why I chose all of these ingredients. Yes, that's my dog Remington sneezing, but I've had to put up with that for probably 5 or 6 years now, but you kind of get used to it, and I wouldn't give him up for anything in the world, so there you go. And actually this tattoo, I don't know if you can see it very closely, but this tattoo is Remington's name in Sanskrit. So there you go. Okay, so I'm kind of cutting up the zucchini. Zucchini has lots of antioxidants in it, which is always great, because whenever you're looking to make a meal, you want to make it with a lot of different antioxidants. So zucchini's great. It's got lots of, well, the turkey also has lots of B6, but there's some vitamin A in zucchini, which you don't often get a lot of, and vitamin A is great for the immune system, so it's always a good thing to have around. Now you can do anything you want. I like them in rounds. You could cut them into quarters if you want. I mean, it's going to be in there for an hour, so it's going to cook pretty much nicely. So what I'm going to do is this. So we've got that going on. Then we're going to move on to jalapenos. And, you know, like I said, I'm a very easy cook, so I just throw things where they land, and it's just easier that way. Then what we're going to do is we're going to do the jalapeno. Now, what you might not know about jalapeno, I mean, you know it's a pepper, and you know it's spicy, but the interesting thing about jalapeno is that it's got a lot of fiber. It's got 4% of the RDA worth of fiber in this little jalapeno. I mean, not that the RDA is worth anything, as both you and I know, but that's kind of saying something. So it's got fiber, it's got, again, antioxidants, but the important thing about having a jalapeno in here is that it's got capsaicin. Capsaicin works, again, it works to protect the immune system. It works on a variety of different immune pathways. So it's really the capsaicin in it. Some people have all done a study with capsaicin and cancer, and they've seen a positive correlation with that. And if any of you have arthritis and are familiar with capsaicin, the ingredient comes from peppers. So the thing that you rub into your skin for joint pains and things like that that's what comes out of these peppers. So they're quite an amazing tool to add to your tool chest for cooking. Now the zucchini, again, you could slice it any way you want. You can slice it the usual round way. You can slice it this way, which is probably what I'm going to do because it'll cook quicker that way. Oh, sorry about that. Let me turn it this way so that you can see it. And we're just going to slice them into relatively thinnish pieces. We'll slice them into chunks for fun, and we'll see which ones come out better, because that's always fun to see how they come out. Now, you probably don't think there's much in eggplant, but eggplant's got lots of vitamin B6. It's got lots of polyphenols. See that color? That's rich in polyphenols. I actually even have, and it's a purple polyphenol, which means that you don't get a lot of purple foods in life. So it's really kind of nice to have some. I mean, I even have a product that's all purple foods, and there's multiple other powders that people take for this purple foods. Now that I just thought about this, now that I'm putting all these vegetables in here, it's going to take longer to cook. So maybe that was what my original intention was, why I wanted to do them separately, but I forgot. And anyway, it doesn't matter. That's the beauty of cooking. It doesn't matter. It'll all be good, and it'll all taste good as long as you have good ingredients. And I tell my guests this all the time, because everybody thinks, oh, I'm such a great cook, I'm such a great cook. Well, everybody is. It's really the better quality of ingredients that you get, and the different varied ingredients that you get. I'm not putting in the garlic. That's going to be just what you need. So let's see what we'll do. Here's a great thing to do with something like this. I probably should have softened the butter, but it's not necessary. So what you want to do is you want to take some of the skin of the thigh, and you just want to cut off maybe a tablespoon of butter. This is going to taste so good. Wait till you taste this when it comes out. It just gives, the butter just melts into the meat, and the meat takes up the buttery flavor. And every time you sort of carve into it, it's so delicious. I can't begin to tell you. This is one of my favorite things to add, is butter underneath the skin of this. So there's that. And because I now otherwise, usually what I would just normally do is just put some salt and pepper and throw it in the oven, because the oven is ready. But since we have vegetables in there, what I'm gonna have to do is pour in a little bit of my favorite, as you know, Macadamia Nut Oil, high smoke point oil, doesn't burn above 450 degrees. So it's a really good, very high in antioxidants. Oh, you know what else what these jalapenos do? They can boost your metabolism. There's one study that shows they boost your metabolism by 5%. That's pretty cool. And they make you less hungry. So that was an interesting statistic I read about right before I was coming online to talk to you. I think what we'll do, I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna make this, you know what? We'll make it spicy. How about that? We'll just make it spicy instead. So let's put a little salt on this. Again, as you know, I'm very liberal with salt. This is my favorite salt company called Real Salt. It comes from an underground sea under Salt Lake City. So that's kind of interesting. I think that's fascinating. What else do I want to put in? We're going to put in some, again, I'm going spicy. So this is called a Peruvian BBQ mix that I got, which has paprika, obviously, because it's red. It's got red bell pepper, onion, garlic, and it's actually really quite spicy because it's got organic orange oil, which makes it really delicious. I'm gonna get in trouble if I just do that. So let me get a little spoon. We'll get a little spoon and we will just sort of sprinkle it around, a little here, a little there. I have some basil growing in the window sill, which I was gonna throw in here, but if we're gonna make it spicy, we don't really, basil and spice, this type of spice doesn't really go well together. And you don't have to get the spice evenly. It'll spread around as it cooks. And because this is gonna get all sort of, the fat's gonna come out of the turkey, even though the turkey, turkey's generally a lean white meat, but there's still gonna be some fat that comes out of there. So I'm gonna coat these vegetables a little with some oil, because the turkey's fine, because it wouldn't even need oil if we were cooking it by itself, because the turkey's gonna be fine. And I'm not gonna put any on the turkey, we're just gonna leave that be. Of course, I don't measure anything, so I'm sorry for all of you out there. And now I'm gonna put this in a 350 degree oven, and then I'm gonna check it in about an hour, I think, because of the vegetables. It's going to be, you don't need to cover it. If you find that your vegetables along the way, if you want to check it in 30 minutes, just see how your vegetables are doing, you may want to put a cover of tin foil over this so that the vegetables don't burn. But I always like a little crisp to my vegetable anyway. So I'm gonna put this in the oven in just a second. But yeah, so let's do it. Let's put it in the oven. And that's it, another one pot meal. So I will show you what it looks like when it's ready, because I'm hungry now. And now for the moment we've all been waiting for, because I've been smelling it for the last hour and I am starving. Look at that thing of beauty. Is that not delicious? Look at that. So yummy. And the temperature came up to 170 degrees, the inner of the thigh, and that's how you know it's cooked. So I'm going to eat now, and I hope you enjoy your dinner as well. Thanks for watching.